You could have any training plan, any workout routine. If you just train with high intensity and use progressive overload, you will see results. But what does that even mean? My name is Till, and I've transformed my physique from this to this, and if you just implement these two things, you will absolutely see progress. But let's start from the beginning, the absolute rule number one. And this is, muscles only grow when you push them past their current capacity. This means that you need to train harder than last time, basically. And the easiest way to explain this is, if from today you just did 100 push-ups every single day for 3 months, the first 2-3 weeks you will see pretty damn good progress. You will get stronger, you will see it will become a lot easier doing push-ups because your muscles aren't used to that type of pressure. And because you're doing 100 push-ups, that's a lot, that's beyond their capacity. So it will grow, it will become stronger. But after about 2 months, 1 month, you don't really see any progress. 100 push-ups come really easy. You can just pop them out really easy, like basically one set. And that's why, because your muscles have become stronger, that's basically their capacity. So first you up the capacity and need to work harder, more, and after time, just come here. And then, why do they need to become stronger if they already can do what you are giving them to do? That's the basic thing you need to understand. And this is where training hard or training with high intensity comes into the game. So if you want your muscles to grow, to build a bigger and stronger capacity, become more capable, which basically means if they're more capable, they'll become stronger and bigger, you will need to train hard with intensity, or a little gym slang, train to failure. And this basically means that you will train very hard in the gym. A lot of people, they begin and they just go really easy in the gym. They just do the exercises and then they wonder why I don't see no progress. And that's because you're not pushing your muscles past their current capacity. And here you can see a clip from me performing bicep curls, and there you can see what it means to push past the muscle's current capacity. You can see I'm really struggling on the last rep there. I basically barely can't get it up. I'm shaking. I'm totally red. I'm breathing very fast. Heartbeat is up. I'm basically dying. And this doesn't mean that you're supposed to do this on every single exercise, because if you do it on deadlifts, squats, or just exercises where you haven't really practiced the form, training this hard, as you saw in the clip before, could be detrimental. You could injure yourself. You could, you could hurt yourself really badly. You could tear a muscle. So you always gotta prioritize form first. But what is really important is that you at least try to train hard. There's also this concept of RPE. RPE. This basically means that when you have RPE 8, that means that you can do 2 more reps before you hit RPE 10. And RPE 10 means that you can't do another rep. You just can't get it up. So RPE 10 means that you can't do another rep. You're shaking, you're trying everything you can. You can't do another repetition. If you have RPE 9, you stop the set when you think you can do about 1 rep. Then 8, 2 reps, 7, 3 reps, and so on. So I would say that you need to at least train maybe in the RPE 7 to 8 range to push your muscles past the current capacity. This means you should have no more reps than 2 to 3 in tank. So when you're done with your set, you should not be able to do more than max 3 reps, better max 2 reps, I would say. And on small isolation exercises like the bicep curl, you could go quite hard. Now, if you just get a good warm-up, you can train as hard as I showed you in the clip before. You can train your shoulders as hard. If you have warmed them up really well, you have done light warm-up sets, they're ready for the movement, you can train that hard. But especially as a beginner, you need to focus on slowly building up the intensity. So if you just have had your first few workouts and you have no clue, well, should I just go in and try to practice to do this hard? What I will say to you right now is, every workout you do, you try to push a little more. It's a little more. The end goal is to push past failure, push beyond your muscles' capacity, to really, sheet up and really try to get them as hard as possible. But begin slowly to just increase the intensity, because not just your muscles need to, get used to the type of pressure, because your muscles aren't used, you will still see progress, but your nervous system also. If you've just been walking, maybe doing some, playing soccer or football, your nervous system is not used to pushing that hard. It's really, it's really tiring and exhausting, especially as a beginner. So slowly build up intensity, and after a while, you will think that you're training to absolute failure. That's the perfect time to take a video of yourself. I remember when I was a beginner, and I thought I was training, I was basically dying, I thought. And then I recorded a video of myself, and it looked incredibly easy. And there you can see that your nervous system is not ready. Your nervous system is stopping you from actually achieving the muscle you have gained. So your muscle may be stronger, but your nervous system isn't really ready, so you can't push to absolute failure. That's why you need to slowly increase, and then in the end, both increase and increase. But just training to failure all the time means that your muscles get stronger. It also means that you can do more repetitions, right? So if you start with, as a beginner, with maybe bicep curls, 5 kilograms, and you just go to failure and you do more and do more, your muscles will become stronger. So you'll be able to do more reps. In the end, if you just do 5 kilograms for 3 years, you will be able to do like 100 reps. We don't want that. And there is where progressive overload comes into the game. And progressive overload basically means that you progressively overload your muscles, resulting in that you'll become stronger, and if your muscle gets stronger, they grow. And what you will do is, very easy, you will set a specific goal. So for example, bicep curls, you have 3 sets, maybe 12 reps. And when you can do 3 full sets with 12 reps on bicep curls with 5 kilograms, you up that weight. Next time you work out, you do that exercise, you take 6 kilograms or 7 kilograms instead. And then you won't be able to do 3 full sets with 12 reps, because now your muscles are being pushed past their capacity again. It's heavier, you actually need to try again. Maybe you get 8 reps in the first set, then 6, then 5, and then next time you work out you get 10 reps in the first, and then you just do that till you get 3 sets with 12 reps again, and then you're up to weight again. And this you can do on basically every single exercise. You can train quite hard, so like I said, no more than 2 reps in tank, and then slowly progressive overload. So for example, you can also set a goal, if we say bench press, and you have 2 sets with 10 reps, and your goal is to have RPE 8, meaning that when you're done with those 10 reps on bench, you have 2 more reps in tank. The same way works. This works the same way. So if you're doing those reps and you hit 2 sets with 10 reps and you have 2 reps in the tank on each set, you just up the weight with 5 kilograms or 2.5 kilograms, depending on how strong you feel. And that way, your muscles are being pushed past their capacity, and very easily, you're just upping the weight. So you don't need to do 500 reps. You're getting stronger, you're seeing that you're getting stronger, and you're upping the weight. You have the same intensity, but you're upping the weight. Your muscles getting stronger, and you're getting bigger. These 2 concepts are the most important. But for this to work, you need to write down everything. You need to get a notebook or get an app. For example, Heavy is a very good, or Strong app. It's for free. You can have a couple workouts there, or Google Sheets is what I used a long time. It's free. You just write in which exercise you did, how much weight. You can write an RPE if that's what you're using, or take an old notebook. It doesn't matter. You just write it down. Each workout, you just write down which exercise you did, and then how much weight you did. And then after maybe a month, you will even see that, well, now I can do 10 kilograms more on bench press, and I'm doing the same reps as I did for 1 month ago. that means that you have become stronger, and if you get stronger, your muscles grow. That is basically the easiest indicator that you are progressing, that you're becoming bigger, stronger, more aesthetic, that you're getting stronger. So always write everything down and always have the same rest between. So if you say you need 3 minutes rest between the sets, always try to consistently have 3 minutes rest, because then you get the same type of, everything becomes consistent, and that means that you can, if you one day take 1 minute rest, that means your muscles are still tired. And then one day you take 10 minutes rest, your muscles are totally recovered from the first set, and you can just do more reps. So try to just have the same amount of rest between your sets. Always do warm up before you do anything. Doesn't matter what you do. Every single exercise, always do warm up. That's how you reduce the risk of injury. Like I said, take enough rest. I highly recommend just using a timer on your phone. And just stay consistent. And especially as a beginner who has newbie gains, meaning that your muscles aren't used to any type of pressure or the capacity is really low, you will see really fast progress if you use high intensity training, but slowly build it up, like I said, and progressive overload. You will see amazing progress.